Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about Subcenter Action Plan. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture. Or you can directly visit to my channel, My Student Support System. Subcenter Action Plan is very important tool for work at subcenter, not even at subcenter, at any level of health center. It provides information about activities planned for each village under the sub-health center and estimation of all services and needs provided by the subcenter in a particular period, in a particular area. Subcenter Action Plan is defined as a written document which contains information about the activities to be performed in a specified time frame, indicating the resources which will be used, timetable, and venue for each action to be performed. What are the main steps while preparing an action plan? First is preparation of map. Whenever you plan any activity, first of all you should make a plan, make a map of your area. The area covered by the subcenter will be shown in the map. This map should include all villages under your subcenter, approach roads linking to the main road, important places such as schools, community centers, government offices, and places of worship. Then second step is to survey the area, to collect data from the area. Carry out a detailed survey for each village in your area to collect relevant information. Then conducting meetings. Conduct meeting with the health team regarding action plan and include suggestions of the team. Not only with the health team but with the villagers, leaders, and influencers. Identify high-risk groups. Identification of high-risk group is helpful in setting the priorities of the services for a particular group. Then we go for setting the priority. As per need of the community, we should set the priority of the services for each village. Then we fill the action plan form. Based on the data collection, form 1 is filled, which includes the following information. This form, the name or the design may be different for different areas because it varies according to need of the state or the country. So here in form 1, first of all we collect the general information. We write the general information, for example year. Normally we make the action plan for the whole year. Then we write the name of state, then population covered by our subcenter, then PHC to which we are attached, birth rate of, if it is available for district then district, otherwise state, then name of the subcenter, number of eligible couple, number of villages under your subcenter. So this is general information we write here. Apart from this, then we write the meetings or consultations. So normally when we plan, we conduct some meetings for getting the data as well as suggestions from the community people or Anganwadi workers or the village influencers. So we write here, for example, Panchayat and Health Committee of the Panchayat. If we have discussed number of consultations, means how many times we discussed, 2, 3 or 4, and then date of consultation. Okay. If there are 2 or 3 meetings, then 1, 2, and date of consultation for each meeting. Then meeting with Asha and Anganwadi regarding this action plan. Then we write the number of consultations. For example, we have 4 villages, then 4 Asha and 4 Anganwadi may be there. So separate meetings will be there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we write the date of consultation. Then members of Mahila Swasthya Sangh, if they are available, then we will talk and write the number of consultation and date. And then families on house to house basis, to how many families we have interacted, 5, 10, any number, and then date of the meetings. In this way we write the about the meetings. Then we write the services to be provided to the community, and for this we write following points. For example, first of all, we will write about the total ANC cases registered in the area. Here we have 2 columns, previous year and current year. In current year we will write estimated number. So previous year's number we will be having in the record, and then current estimated number. In the same way, number of high risk pregnant women, previous year's number and current estimated. Then tetanus vaccination, TT1, TT2, and if booster is given, then how many number in previous year and how many number in current year. Then total number of women received iron folic acid as prophylaxis, and here the number of women treated with anemia, previous year and estimated year. As you know that normally we give 100 tablet IFA for prophylaxis, and if the woman is having anemia, then we provide 200 ml, 200 tablets for the mother. So those mothers' number will be written here for previous year and current estimated. Then there are number of deliveries in the area conducted by ANM or LHV and trained birth attendant in previous year, current year. Then number of pregnant women referred to PHC and FRU for delivery if they are high risk, then number entered here. Then number of sick newborn referred previous year and current year, and number of women referred for MTP. This is a special service under NRHM. Then we can write the number. Then RTI and STI, number of cases detected and referred to that sub-center. We refer all the cases for RTI and STI, and we write the number, estimated number and current number. In the same way, now we come to the child immunization, infant immunization, BCG, how many BCG are given previous year and what is the estimation. Pentavalent, OPV, IPV first, second, rotavirus, measles. Then we also write the number of children immunized, MMR, DPT booster, OPV booster, previous year and current year. Then the children immunized more than 5 years, DT, then TT, and then for 16 years TT. In this way we write previous year's number as well as current year's number, that is estimated, means it is proposed. Okay. Then number of children given IFA small. Okay. This is for prophylaxis, previous year and estimated. Then number of vitamin A, dose 1, dose 2, dose 3 to 5 and dose 6 to 9. Then number of children with pneumonia treated with cotrimazole, or referred for complications. Number of children with diarrhea treated with ORS here and referred for complications. Then we write about number of eligible couple who have accepted permanent methods of family planning. And separate data we write with 1 child, with 2 child, or with 3+ child, previous year and current year. The number of eligible couple who have accepted temporary methods of family planning, and separately we write how many used condom previous year and what is the estimation, oral pills, copper tea, and any other temporary method used in the area. Then there is how we estimate the number or estimate the requirements. For estimation of number of pregnancy, we should estimate the number of pregnancy by this formula: population of the area multiplied by birth rate and divided by 1000. So in this way we can find out the estimated number of pregnancies. For example, if the population of our subcenter is 5000 and birth rate is 30 per thousand per year, then the pregnancies may be 5000 into 30 divided by 1000. So total 150 pregnancy will be there in the year. So this is a rough target. Then estimation of number of antenatal registration. So how many antenatal registrations will come? So here we write the number of antenatal registration expected will be equal to the probable number of pregnancy plus additional 10% pregnancy wastage. So here we find out 150 into 10 by 100. So 15 pregnancy wastage will be there, means abortions. So here the total number of antenatal cases registered may be probable number of pregnancies plus wastage, that is 165. So 165 ANC registrations may be there. This we will write in the estimation. Then calculation of tetanus toxoid doses, or for calculating the any other vaccination, but here we are calculating for TT for the mother. So the total number of tetanus equal to total number of antenatal mothers registered. We normally provide 2 TT doses to the mother. Okay, in this way 165 mothers antenatal registration are there, then 2 doses of TT are given, so 330 doses we need for the year. In the same way, if we want to find out the iron tablet estimation, then how we will find out? Here minimum we provide 100 iron and folic acid tablets to the each pregnant mother. So in this way we need 165 into 100, means 16,500 tablets we will need. But here one more point is there, that 50% of total mothers will be anemic and they will need double dose, means 200 tablets. So 50% means 165 into 50 divided by 100. So 83 mothers will need 200 tablets. So in this way they will need 83 mothers will need additional 100 tablets, means 8,300 more tablets. So 16,500 plus 8,300, so total 24,800 tablets will be needed for the year. And then how we estimate the high risk cases that may need referral? So it is observed that 15% of total antenatal mothers registered in the area will be high risk. So we can calculate here 165 mothers are registered, multiply by 15 divided into 100. So 25 mothers will need special care or referral, because these will be the high risk pregnancies. Then estimated number of deliveries. How we find out? Total population into birth rate divided by 1000. So If the population is 5,000, birth rate is 30, so live birth will be 150. Then high risk children. Okay, so normally high risk children that may require referral just after delivery will be 10% of total live birth. So here 150 divided by 10, multiplied by 10 and divided by 1000, so they are 15. So 15 children will need referral. So in this way we can make the estimations and write in the form. Then how we will estimate the infants to be immunized? So we will calculate according to the infant mortality rate of the area. So if the infant mortality rate is 60 per 1000, and we know that total live births are 150 according to this example that we have just discussed. So 150 into infant mortality rate means 60 divided by 1000, so total 9. So 9 infants may die. So there will be only 141 children to be fully immunized infants. Then how we will calculate the doses? For example, here we calculate the dose, number of the infants to be immunized multiplied by dose of the vaccine. How many doses are given? For example, for BCG we give 1 dose, for pentavalent we give 3 doses. So here 1 or 3 we write accordingly, and then we also multiply it by wastage multiplication factor. Okay. For example, BCG and measles both have single dose. So 141 into 1, and they have 2 multiplication factor for wastage. So total 282 doses of BCG and measles will be required. In the same way, OPV, oral polio vaccine, 4 doses are given, 3 with pentavalent and 1 booster, and its wastage multiplication factor is 1.33. So total 750 doses are needed. And for pentavalent we have 3 doses, wastage factor is same, 563 doses of pentavalent will be required for the year. Okay, so in this way we estimate the requirement, we have filled the form, and then we will make 1 page pro forma or action plan for the whole year, for the week, that is weekly action plan, as well as for the month, that is also known as monthly action plan. Here you can see the example. This is an example of monthly action plan. Here we write name of the sub-center and month, for example March 2021. And here we write Monday, Tuesday, these are the days of week, and these are dates 1, 2, 3, 4. So we write according to our plan. So for example on Monday 1st, we have planned home visit to village A, then we will write this. Next Monday we will go to village B, then village C, then village D, and then E. So every Monday we are going for home visit. And every Tuesday we are having AMC clinic at sub-center. Then Wednesday immunization clinic at sub-center. Here on Thursday, on first Thursday of the month we are having meeting at PHC. So we will go there. Then outreach session for village A. So every Thursday we are having outreach sessions in different villages. And here on first Thursday we are having meetings, so we will write accordingly. Then on Friday family planning clinics every Friday at the sub-center, and then remaining outreach on Saturday. Then if we are having special meeting, then we can write meeting or report preparation. Okay, so monthly report we can prepare here. So this is a sample of monthly action plan, and accordingly we can also write yearly action plan, weekly action plan, etc. Thank you students for watching this video. For watching such important videos, you can subscribe the channel, like Facebook page. For making your notes, you can visit Blogger. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.